Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of The Witcher 3. Before we get into talking about Game of Thrones spoilers, we're going to go ahead and talk to this guy first.
This guy with a silly straw hat.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye, 'tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
Because earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
I feel for you, but this is my job, so let's talk about my pay.
Something not right with the coin.
We're going to haggle for a bigger price.
If you could drop your price a bit, I'm sure we'd agree.
I want as much gold as possible, you dirty fucker. And, okay, so to explain this quickly with the negotiation system, it's always better to negotiate. You may think, oh, you're pissing them off or you're being you're being a dick, but there's literally no penalty for trying to negotiate the price.
Okay.
So you might as well try to do it. The only thing you have to be careful of is if you go like all the way up to here, you try to max it out, they have a little bit of an annoyance level. If you piss them off too much, they completely drop the case. So you don't want to do that, but at the same point, why not get a little extra gold out of it? You know?
Yeah.
Let's try 22.
That settles it then.
There we go.
Okay.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now. No one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off. Please.
Should have asked him for another fucking sweater. That one looks awful.
Where the hell's the exit? Oh, over here. Okay. Alright, so on the map, this is located. We've already been over here before, but it's down here.
Okay.
Now, since we visited this place before, we could just fast travel to it. But I'm gonna, I could run over here and fast travel. But I'm just gonna walk, so we have a little bit of time to talk about Game of Thrones.
Okay. Spoilers, guys.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen the last episode of Game of Thrones, it's been out for a while now. That's the only reason we're talking about it. A couple weeks more before this video comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm one of the people who was pretty damn disappointed in it. Honestly, I understand they had to do certain things, and I'm okay with certain things, but there are some things I'm just not okay with whatsoever. Like,
all right, what disappointed you?
well, I know. John didn't want the throne to begin with.
No,
I understand.
He
that.
never wants anything.
And I understand he had to be punished.
No sign of
But
a ghost.
to that kind of punishment
Certain time of day.
just kind of sucks. What's he really going to do out there other
There's
than
nothing to do.
make love with that burly-haired guy?
He made peace with the wildlings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The White Walkers are gone. There are no threats.
Grass around the well
Really?
scorched.
I mean, what is he going to do? Why is there a Night's Watch?
Grass
Yeah.
around the well scorched.
I don't understand why he went with the wildlings. What is there to do out there?
I think he was just leading them back home. Like, I don't think he was
Staying?
automatically deserting his post because it's still punishable by death. I think he was just taking them home. I mean, I'm sure he probably will visit them a lot, but it looked to me like he was resuming his Lord Commander position.
Right.
So I just think that's. I mean, is it even really much of a punishment?
Yeah.
It's what he wanted to begin with.
This is just my personal opinion. I don't like the character, and I guess that's part of the problem. I was always kind of hoping she would kind of, die. But Sansa getting her own kingdom kind of pissed me off a little bit. Like, If you like Sansa, fine. I get it. She went through a lot, but other characters went through a lot too. You know, like
the North.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And she gets exactly what she wants. You know. I'm just looting right now instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't think Bran would make a very good.
No,
King.
that's what I didn't like. That left field. I love all the memes with Tyrion that says, "Who has a better story than Bran?"
And they literally show
every
like,
fucking person. He did nothing. He wasn't even in season 5
Yeah.
because they're like, "Well, we're just gonna have him sitting around a tree." Well, that's a waste of screen time. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see that, you know. Tyrion's like, "You are Lord of Winterfell now. You're the oldest Stark." You know what I mean? Legitimate heir. He's like, "I can't be a lord. I'm the three-eyed raven."
Yeah.
"Will you be King Bran?" "Bitch, why the fuck do you think I came all this way?"
Yeah.
Like, no! Fucking...
Like he knew all along, and it's like...
I mean, it's kind of cool that they're like, yeah, this is our way to introduce democracy, but... why didn't someone come right out and say, you know who the rightful heir is? The person you got in prison. Release him.
Yeah.
Release him right the fuck now. The only thing I was happy about was Jon actually killed Daenerys.
Mm-hmm.
I got in an argument with an old friend of mine that's redhead bitch on Facebook. When some other friend commented on my post, said, "What do you think is going to happen?" I said, "One thing is for sure, Jon is going to stab Daenerys in the chest." Was my exact words.
Yeah.
He's going to stab her right through the heart. He's killing her. And then this girl was like, no fucking way. Arya's going to kill her. They build up Arya so fucking much. I said, if Arya kills her too, like the Night King, fuck this show. This show's the worst. Fuck feminism. That's all that was. Sorry, guys. But to have her kill, like, no. Everyone's like, she's going to kill Cersei. She's going to kill Daenerys. She can't kill all these people.
Yeah.
To the fact that he actually killed her, and in fact stabbed her in the chest, was like, yeah, I was right. That was the only thing I was satisfied with.
Bodies
The whole
dragged to a crisp.
Bran being king
Signs
and all
of
that.
burns. All
And-
signs point to a noon wraith.
I had a friend that was like, I'm hanging out with this girl, and I've never seen Game of Thrones, but she watched all of season 8, and he's like, and even I knew, this was really rushed. I said, you're telling me.
Yeah. Anyway, we will get back into that, but real quick here. So I ran around looting some stuff, and then we found a book. We read the book and found a diary of a woman who died, you know.
That's her ghost.
And then we saw some tracks around the well, and then we found this dead body. So what I want you to do is I want you to read the entry about noon wraiths, which is what our guy thinks it is. He thinks it's a noon wraith. They want you to read it in the bestiary. And this is kind of teaching you that you can learn things about your enemies using the bestiary.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing about noon wraiths. You don't have to... Obviously, that's a lot to read. You don't have to read all of it. The lore is really fantastic if you want to get into it.
Sure
it's
it
really
is.
good. But just to finish this quest, all you have to do is open this and then literally close it. But the reason they want you to do this is because noon wraiths can't be hurt normally. You can't just run up and start attacking them. That's what I did my first time.
And that just did not work.
No, it literally says what they're vulnerable against right down there. They're vulnerable against a particular sign, which I will show you.
Something's tied the noon wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs.
Of all the skills we have, it's this one over here. It's called a magic trap. Literally, you just put a circle on the ground, and anything that steps into it slows down. But it also makes things like wraiths and ghosts and things... what do you call it? Not transportorial, but like...
Corporeal?
corporeal, where you can actually hurt them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I was trying to teach you. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that because we're going to need that. Right now it wants us to find an object that binds the moon wraith to this area. So we're going to do some searching. Click on anything that's red.
A man. Stabbed with a knife. Died on the spot. Animals fed on his body. Picked his skeleton clean. More blood stains over there. But it's not his blood.
Damn cat. Anyway, yeah. So we're just doing some investigative work here. I don't know why it has me looking in this room. There's nothing Nothing in it. We found the room because it just disappears as soon as you exit when you realize there's nothing in it. But anyway, yeah, Game of Thrones. It was just really disappointing.
The whole last season, it did feel rushed.
Mm-hmm.
We should have had 7 and 8, 10 episodes each, and really give us the time we needed. And the fact that we waited 2 years made it
barely
even more
visible.
disappointing.
Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was
It's
still
still
alive.
one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yeah,
But,
the last two
it's
seasons
just-
are just kind of.
They kind of dropped it. But the writers, man, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking.
Well, a lot of
It's
people
that
are
whole
really
thing.
upset because they're going to be directing the next Star Wars.
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna fuck
thing.
that up too. They're gonna fuck it up.
Handprints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well.
Whose fault it is really? George R.R. Martin. As soon as he agreed to have them make the TV show back in 2011, he at least should have released one of the last 2 books. He's had all this time. This could have helped. God
Well, I
damn it.
love. We're about ready to end the episode, but just to finish off this Game of Thrones discussion a little bit, he even like in an interview was like they asked him like, "Is this how it's going to end in the books like it did in the TV show?" And he's like, "Well, yes, no, yes, but no, well, yeah, no." That's literally what he said. And he said the reason being is because there are a lot of characters that aren't even in the TV show, that are in the books that never got screen time. There are characters that are supposed to be dead that are alive in the TV show. There are characters that are alive in the books that are dead in the TV show. So he's like, yeah, it's kind of the same, but not. It's going to be different, and it's just, I don't know if that's really how it's going to end in the books for the most part.
That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's had all this time. He couldn't even release one of the books. Like, as soon as the writers of the show caught up to where the books ended, they have to kind of wing it and do their own thing, and they fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Bran does not deserve to be king.
We'll talk more next time, guys, when we go to fight this motherfucking thing. We'll see you guys next time.